We welcome you, respected madam.
Good morning to all of you. How many of you come to Puducherry for the first time? My God, all of you. So your president is Sujay Vijayan, president of the Confederation. Where's he, Sujay? So you, Sujay. Okay. Thank you, Sujay, for inviting me. And then we have Mr. Matthew, Secretary, Pratesh Matthew, Confederation ITA. Thank you. We also have Raj Kumar, Joint Secretary. Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to get your names back. So you are the key organizers. And amongst my brother Shankar, due to whom I'm here, and Mr. Bala. They are my friends. I can say no to both of you. So always come for the right thing. Since I can only say yes to you, you must come only for the right thing. But you always come for the right thing. You've been nice and friends. Thank you very much. Thank you for your friendship. How many of you feel, as traders, that you are truly wealth generators for the development of the country? Thank you, all of you. If you do, then why would you understate your income? Why would you understate? Some of you do. And they get caught. And they get caught. I have noticed in my accounts here that we collect about 1,860 crores from you, whether it was VAT or whether it is the GST. Actually, it can be over 2,220. If you would honestly report, all of you, you would bill correctly, not underbill or not give a receipt, but you would give a receipt and not delete your computer in the evening. We can collect 2,225 or even more. So this much is being lost because some of you are trying to hoodwink the country. So that is our goal. We will judge you, your association, by this budget now. Will we collect 2,225 next year? That's the budget. If you are correctly reporting all your members, those members who think they can be smarter than us, they do not know we are getting smarter than them by the day. So therefore, from 1,860, we have to raise our generation of revenues correctly, honestly. If this economy is going good, the sales are going good, consumer products are good, there's a trusting, the people have a buying capacity, then Puducherry at least will be able to generate 2,225. Will it be possible? Good, then let's do it. So, my visit to you is not cheap, it's very expensive. When I say let's do it, for the reason that yesterday we had the annual plan budget meeting of Puducherry. And you can't believe it, how we've tried to find even 1 crore here and there extra, sometimes for medicine, sometimes for school, sometimes for security, sometimes for cleaning and rural sanitation, sometimes for the rice for the poor. So even 1 crore matters to us, even one. Sometimes to pay the salary of contractual teachers, sometimes to pay back the provident fund of people who we've not been able to pay. Even one, every penny counts. For governance, when governance is tight, very closely administered, and makes sure wastage is not happening. Things will happen despite oversight. You know that. You run businesses. You know that when you totally manage, even then there are slippages. But when you manage well, you supervise well, you are attending to your business every day, you take an account every day, even then there are slippages. So that margin can happen. But when it is very closely supervised, systems are open for grievance redressal and information, yet every crore counts for good governance. So Puducherry has now a new budget. I asked my officers, give me a budget. If everybody follows the law, follows the rules and regulations, then we can improve our performance and have more money in the end, which means we can put in more infrastructure. At the moment, Puducherry has not enough money for future infrastructure investment. We are managing salaries, widow pension, rice, pensions, just like that. Just managing ongoing projects, borrowing 900 crores borrowing to pay our budget. Our budget is about more than 7,000 crores in Puducherry as a union territory, of which our own resources generated are just 4,000 crores. But your generation will add another 1,000 crores. Another 1,000. When we have added 1,000 crores, we can spend it on infrastructure. Wherever roads, bridges, water tanks, water salination plants. In fact, if I suggest to you, you can say, we would like as traders, like to fund directly a water salination plant for Puducherry. You can create your own money. You tell the government, you build me a water salination plant, Traders Association will pay directly, or your association will pay directly. It's up to you. So don't give the money to the government. You say, we want water. We want assured water. We will pay, you construct. You can generate. This is called citizenship of today, India of today and tomorrow. This is the India we need to love and belong to. At the moment, every day, my GST team yesterday did 100 raids. And they had to go to certain companies 4 times. They checked in the morning, they checked in the afternoon, they checked in the evening, they checked again at night. Because that person was trying to steal somewhere, wherever he could. This is what's happening. In fact, I have the figures. I have the information. In 112 cases, discrepancies. In 75 cases, suppression, underreporting of turnover identified, and in 45 cases, non-issuance of bills or improper bills issued to evade tax, and 3.41 crores collected. So if we are, as I said, if we are good citizens, if we want a developed country, the day the trader community, the business community, and the service community, trader community, service community. Service community serves with heart and soul, with integrity, and business community contributes and records with integrity, India would be different. You will have enough for everybody. Why is this not enough for everybody? Because both try and cheat out. They try and slip and cheat wherever they can. This must stop. I'll tell you one more reason. I've already instructed my GST commissioner, Mr. Srinivas, saying enough is enough. Any businessman who is caught cheating the system, small or big, his name will be published in the newspaper. You will see it in the press release that the following shops were raided and they were found at fault. But we will also say following shops were checked, they were found good. So the customer in the market knows which shop is honest and which shop is dishonest. That means business will reduce to the dishonest shop and business will increase to the honest shop. Is that acceptable? How often should it be? Every day or once a week? Every day? Once a week? Every day? How many for every day? Every minute? We're going to do this. We have no choice. This is the right way. This is exactly what I told my traffic police. Don't spare anybody. Whomever you get violating the traffic rules, fine them fully, heavily, so that they remember, if we are caught, I've had it. So the risk of getting caught and fined is more. Like, for instance, when you go, is that mine? I just switched it. Just as in the foreign countries, you get a parking ticket. You make a wrong parking and you overshoot in your parking. Some of us have been fined $1,000. Isn't it? Some of us have been. Our friends have been. And now they're even afraid to take their car out. Or if they want to take a car, they run and say, oh, my parking time is getting over. Finish your shopping, I want to go. Because they know it's only ticket for 1 hour or 2 hours. They're scared for $1,000. If it was only $10, he would say, okay, I can pay $10, let's okay. So $10, punish in such a way that he remembers and he does not repeat. This is what we are now trying to do towards traffic management. Because again, there's been a lot of sense of laissez-faire, as I said, sense of freedom, a déjà vu, you do what you can. We'll not do that. Same thing we'll do with this community, our wealthy community, which dares to spoil the name of the rest of you. And we will name, shame, and reward. All the three on a daily basis, as you resolved. We will let you know so that people also now look forward. Who is right? I'll go to that shop. Who is wrong? I'll not go. Or if I'll go, I'll say, I know you don't give a receipt. Give me a receipt. But once you give a receipt, please see the computer and everything matches. And don't do kachi receipt. Some of you do kachi receipt. Kachi estimate, huh? Estimate bill. That's the language. Third thing I'd like to share with you is, in what way can your association pick up one common cause? I suggested to you one was water salination plant. Water is essential, water is going to be the critical for the future. E-waste, etc. is another issue. I'm not taking it there. At the moment, I'm only focusing on the typical, critical issue is e-waste, water desalination. I think you should seriously think about it as a community. Rather than fund it, you spend it. You pay the contractor directly. Government should only permit you to create a desalination plant in Puducherry or wherever you are. Would you all be interested in Puducherry? Yes? Would you like to consider this in your board meeting? And find out, small or big, doesn't matter. I think it will go down a long, wonderful way where Puducherry is having a corporate social responsibility water desalination plant somewhere near the place where it is the right, technologically right to have it. Consider it. Come back to me and we'll work out between where can we have it, who can fund it, what is the cost. Maybe you can find out a technology expert to do this. Would you like to consider this? This is one option. Second option is, you are already in technology. How do you spread more and more of digital literacy? Is to adopt various villages. Reach out yourself and spread digital. The more digital literacy you spread, more equipment of information technology will be bought. More will it be used. If you do that, along with it, it's very important. When you do e-waste, see, can it be used by a poorer child? Can it be used by another school even for the word processing? Can it be used even for typing? Rather than putting it away as e-waste, go to a nearby poor school. Give it to a child who might like it, who might like to play it. Give it to the child so that he can play even in typing, whether it's in Tamil or it's in English. So, therefore, rather than throwing away something which can be used by a poorer section of society, identify that and give it to that child. First train the child and then give the equipment. It will be very useful rather than throwing it as e-waste. Because somebody, when you put it away, is likely to recycle and do something like this. It could be. So therefore, these are my 3-4 suggestions which I wanted to share with you. We have now only one choice. Either love the country or use the country. If you love the country will give you back what it can. But if you use the country will use you too. You will be used. And it will be an abusive relationship. When you use each other wrongly, it is abusive. And when it is abusive, it's not a peaceful relationship. It's a user-exploitative relationship. So if you want to get out of exploitative, I exploit you, you exploit me, then you're always on guard that he may not cheat me, he may not use me. So you are always on guard, you're never at peace. But if you don't have a user relationship, I don't abuse you, you don't use me, I do my duty. What is duty to me? It will be service to the nation. You will sleep comfortably, you will be blessed with good health. But if you're all the time calculating, I did this, tomorrow Srinivas team GST may not come. And it may not come in the newspaper again. What should I do? Why have it? He's going to come anyway, sooner or later. And then he'll look back even last 2 years. Last 2 years also can be gone back. And then he'll fine you for 2 years, not for that day. So why? Why pay that? Why not fall and respect the law? So I would suggest, let us create a new work culture of trading relationship, business relationship, commercial relationship with the government. Today, if there is any complaint against any one of our collectors, as you very rightly said, we have an immediate open relationship. You send a message on WhatsApp, you get a reply on WhatsApp, it's immediately put into the group, it immediately starts an inquiry, because if information you give me, if I put it on the WhatsApp to that person, it leaks out. So it has to be immediately acted upon. I don't have a choice. So therefore, it's immediate action taken before it slips out. Therefore, I can assure you, from the administration point of view, that we are always available for you. For any genuine grievance, other than your business too, for anything you observe which is not right, which you think needs to be corrected, we are here to serve you all, down the line, all of us, from top to bottom and the middle, so we can make your life and quality of life a little better. And enjoy also. When we all serve better, I can assure you we also enjoy our work. While you enjoy the service you get, we also enjoy serving you people. It's an honor and a privilege to be of service to people. This is my motto. This has been my motto all my life. I have not looked at what I get out of serving you. I look at what you give me to when I serve you, but what I get out of which is the joy of service, which is good karma. When you start believing in the theory of good karma, good deeds, and without any expectations that what is in it for me, then you are losing the wood for the trees. Good karma itself is a good account. It itself is a bank account. We all have our accounts of good deeds and bad deeds. We have a bank account. This is a bank account. And it comes back as fixed deposits. And you do not even know sometimes how that deposit came to your rescue. I've experienced in my life how certain situations which turned around completely in our favor without any effort on our part was somewhere a blessing in disguise. It came out of that Gur Karma account. So this is what has been my philosophy. Our job is to do the right thing without fear or favor. We may eat a little less. We may spend a little less. We can waste a little less. That wastage goes when easy money comes, it goes the easy way. But when it comes the hard way, you spend it carefully. But when it comes easy, you distribute easily, you spend easily, and you waste easily. But when it's hard earned, you count your money and you carefully, and that means you are then a more careful person even in your character. Your eating habits change, your drinking habits change, your dressing habits change, your lifestyle changes, your family character changes, because the family values money. And children, if they see their parents valuing money, grow differently. And those children who see their parents wasting money grow differently. I can tell you that. Children are always role modeling on their father and mother. And if the father, mother talks right values, right systems, right principles, and is an acting role model, by and large, it impacts the character of the child. Unless the child is very influenced by bad company. Otherwise, the child does go, and it comes back to him in his later on life. My father did this. My mother was like this. And therefore, I am like this. So if you want to be rewarded by God, you want to be rewarded by God? Invest into your children. Invest education into your children. Invest community service into your families. And you don't do it by talking. You do it by doing. By living. Once you live it, your business is like this, and you say, I will not do this. This is the way it is to be done. Therefore, we cannot have these frills. You go earn your scholarship or do something, because this is the only way I can do the best. The child will value it. He'll work harder, because he'll know nothing will come easy. And it'll create a value system in society, in his character, which will live after you are no more. After all, many of our parents have gone. The values which they sowed in us have stayed. Because this is what they nurtured. It's like a fruit-bearing tree. A gardener plants a tree, but he does not stay back to eat the fruit. The fruit is for others. We are the fruits of our parents. They're not eating the fruits of our accomplishments. My parents are not there. My parents do not know I am so and so. But my parents expected me to do it this way. I'm only living up to their expectations, because this is what they sowed in me. This is what they trained in a spirit of service. So friends, what you live will pass on to your next generation. So easy money coming by dodging the systems here and there will go the easy way, but will also spoil your children. And they will live with those devalues even after you are gone. So what is it that you like to live? Is sow values. And show the value for every penny earned is every penny saved. This is what I would like to share with you. We are here to look after you, serve you, see that your quality of life is better. Think of the ideas I gave you about the water, not sanitation, water. We create water so that there's water for you. The rest of the country, everybody is in water crisis right now. We are trying to desperately save and build a better future for Puducherry. Yesterday in our budget meeting, I asked the Puducherry government, Chief Minister, Honorable Chief Minister, and the Chief Secretary to plan a 10-year vision for Puducherry. Give a 10-year plan for Puducherry. What is the 10-year plan? The 10-year plan on water, 10-year plan on sanitation, 10-year plan of construction, roads, bridges, schools, villages, rural development, tourism. What is our plan? Commercial plan, business plan. If if we are not going to set up major industries, we cannot have polluting industries. Do we involve service sector? Do we involve more of IT sector? What should be our business plan so that there's employment generation, there's a business generation, and that business investments from 19-year or 20-year lease goes to 60 years or 90 years lease so that people can do long-term investments. So we are working towards a vision plan which covers all things, whether it's education or other aspects of life. So we are also taking Puducherry towards a plan and a vision, because you can't live day to day, minute to minute. You have to save for the future. So we have to save. That's why I gave you one idea, which is water. So this is what we are also trying to do, and trying to do our best to secure the pure and clean and beautiful future of very beautiful place called Puducherry. Thank you once again for inviting me, and I wish you all the very best. May you all succeed in your life very well. Thank you.